79-year-old Jackie is one of over 3 million children orphaned during World War II. For nearly 60 years, he and his wife Lisa have been searching for any information about his past. They're hoping analysing his DNA can finally give him some answers. Jackie's parents had hidden an awful truth, that as a young Jewish orphan in Vienna, the Gestapo had sent Jackie to a Nazi concentration camp called Theresienstadt.
It was a holding camp for sending people to Auschwitz. 15,000 children from my camp went to Auschwitz and were murdered on arrival. How I made it, I still don't know. I have no memory of Theresienstadt at all.
At the end of the Second World War, 300 orphans who survived the concentration camps were flown to Lake Windermere in Cumbria to start a new life. Jackie was 3.5 years old when he first came to England and was soon adopted.
As far as I know, I arrived in the UK in August 1945. All of a sudden, my life was completely different.
You arrived at the concentration camp when you were 9 months old. You left when you were 3, which begs the question, why weren't you killed?
Well, this is where I've even toyed with the idea, the possibility that my father was a Nazi who may have said, leave him alone.
How would you feel if that were true?
At my time of life, whatever happens, the good, bad and the ugly, I'm prepared for it.
It's lovely to see you again.
Lovely to see you too.
I know that you've been on a lifelong search, so I can tell you that we have been working on your case pretty much every day since I last saw you. We have had a team here, but also across Europe, working on this.
Good to hear.
And I know that one of your big questions was about whether or not your father was a Nazi.
Yeah.
So what we did, you'll remember, we got your DNA and we uploaded it to databases.
Yeah.
If your father was a Nazi, what we would be looking for is matches with non-Jewish populations.
Yes.
In Germany and Austria. So when we uploaded your DNA to the databases, unequivocally across all of them, the result was really clear. You are coming back as 99% Ashkenazi Jewish. So we think almost certainly your father was not a Nazi.
Good to hear. I really am very pleased.
As I'm sure you know, there are 2 main Jewish groups within Europe. So you've got the Ashkenazi Jewish populations in Northern Europe, and then you've also got Sephardic Jewish populations who tend to be sort of more around the Mediterranean area. So your matches are coming all around here. So we know this is Ashkenazi Jewish area where you get the Jewish populations. So it's Austria, Germany, Czech Republic.
Yes.
We can't give you your father's name.
Right.
And that's because the Nazis did a real job on destroying Jewish records. It's like there's a huge hole in the database.
So that's about as close as you can get with my dad, yes?
I've got a little bit more information to give you.
Okay.
So, as we're looking at the database and we're seeing who you're getting matches with, we were getting some distant matches. And some of them were looking interesting. The matches that you're getting back are surnames like Sussman, Kern, Kornfein, Gottlieb. But then someone turned up in the database. This person was sharing quite a large chunk of DNA with you. The frustrating thing about the DNA is it doesn't give you the exact relationship, but it's telling us that you must share a grandparent or a great-grandparent with these people. Because we have your mother's name, we were able to build her family tree. But the surnames we're getting through your DNA, we cannot connect them in to your mother's side. So our feeling is this is your biological father's family that we found.
That's terrific.
So did a little bit more research and traced other family members and had them take DNA tests. I can tell you that some of your relatives made it through the Holocaust. Very few, but some of them made it through.
What I was praying for.
They live here in the UK.
This country, oh gosh.
Yeah. They're either your first cousins or your second cousins. We think they are your closest living relative. It's a lot to take in.
You've blown me away. Thank you very much indeed.